Hey, it's Rosemary here. How are you doing? Okay, see, it's fairly amusing to see people do this thing where they think that because they've paid their dues to a higher power, that he or she will now give them the secret path to wealth that no one else has. And I kind of see it in Christians as well, who think that because they have this hotline to God, they can now just wait for a miraculous path to appear in a vision, so that they don't have to do what we, the mere mortals, have to do to create wealth. They think that you escape the need to test, to tweak, to optimize, to test, to tweak again when you're that close to God. They buy into all the miraculous stories of faith, which are absolutely true. The stories of how this person over there got the download from the heavens and they spoke a few words and suddenly everything they wanted came to them. They forget that this person possibly did a whole lot of other things that didn't work before finally getting to the part where it did work, okay? No one tells that story, or more to the point, we're not listening to that story. We only want to hear the story of triumph and faith and way and that kind of thing. That's the thing. And I do it too. So you know what? I'm not saying anything about anybody. I'm not putting anybody down. In fact, the reason that I'm even saying this, the reason that I'm speaking this out to you right now is because, I was there in my quiet time asking for some kind of download, and it's like, just get on with being. The only message coming back to me was just get on and do the work you know to do right now. And stop looking for some kind of magical solution when me in that case, was the magic. Okay, so that's the reason why I'm doing that, okay? So stop buying into some idea that there are an elite few who get special favors from their higher power or that have some special kind of wisdom that you don't have access to. You have the exact same powers. You hear the same messages that everybody else does. You have your own unique gifts and talents, that's true, but the thing that you're missing that those gurus that you're looking up to have is a willingness to fail. That's what you're missing, okay? You want the first thing you ever do to work. You don't want to have to wait and believe and trust in the process. You just want it to work immediately, or you're going to doubt yourself and doubt your ability to create the income and have the impact you know you're called to have. And because of that lack of faith in yourself and in the process, you won't get the end result. You won't, okay? You'll keep hearing other people's stories of awe and wonder, and you'll keep wondering when it'll be your time. And the truth is, it is your time right now. There is no need to wait. Right now, you have ideas in your brain waiting for you to put them into action, but you're looking for some kind of magical certainty, and you're praying and pleading and wishing and wanting to be absolutely sure before you do anything with the ideas. And so finally, the ideas that keep appearing to you, they just go off and they find somebody more daring, more courageous to put them to good use, okay? That person could be you, but you're not doing it. And so now you start to feel stuck inside. You feel that quiet dissatisfaction rising within you. You start to wonder where your higher power is in the struggle that you're going through. And all of creation is just waiting for you to wake up and get to work. Will you? Instead of just waiting and waiting for some miracle, why not hustle while you wait? If you're a leader that wants to impact more people for good and also increase your income, there are certain things you must do. Number one, you must build an audience of people who are interested in you and what you have to offer. You do this online by starting a revolution with your words, okay? There is no way to escape doing this, and this is content creation. It has to be done. So why on earth don't you just make a start already to warm people up to you and to your message? Get over your fears and start telling people what you're about. You have access to all kinds of social media platforms, so use them. Say something. Invite people to pay attention to your message. Start a revolution. If you are a leader and you are the one that chooses whether you are or not, okay? There's no magical, this moment you're suddenly a leader and next moment you're not. No, you choose. If you are a leader, then honey, you know you have something to say. You may be nervous about it and wonder what it has to do with your product, service, books, music, ministry, and you may wonder if anyone cares to hear what you think. But everyone is looking for someone to trust, okay? And that person can be you. And you can change lives in the process of speaking whatever is on your heart to speak. So get on with it, okay? Number two, have a way to stay in touch with them. With the growth of social media and the ability to retarget people, it's becoming a matter for debate as to whether there's any value in building a mailing list. But the truth is, your mailing list is still yours to do with what you will. Whereas a list built on the Facebook platform could disappear the moment Facebook decides that it's no longer in business. And you have no control over that, okay? Whereas your own mailing list, you have control over. So for now, until there's some other definite way that you can keep that control over the contact details you have. You need to build your own mailing list by inviting people who are interested in what you have to say to join in. Okay, you give them an incentive for joining the list, and you make sure that once they're on the list, you don't just sell to them all the time. You inform, you entertain, you inspire, and then number 3, you invite them to buy, and you invite them repeatedly. Okay, someone called me relentless actually yesterday. Someone called me relentless, and actually I was pretty flattered by it, because yes, you have to be relentless if you are determined to impact the world, to make a difference, and to change lives. Yes, you have to be relentless if you want to make money for you and for yours. Some people will find it annoying, and that's fine. Others will be drawn to your determination and your drive. Regardless, all that matters is that you are living out your calling because you know that you have something that can help others, right? Right? Okay, so get to work and start inviting people to buy. Get over your fears, your self-doubts, and you're waiting for magic, and just get to work telling people how you can help them and asking them to come buy. Let those who are not your people leave the fold. They're not ready for your power yet, and that's okay? Call the ones that are ready to come and take the next step. And despite my relentlessness, I've had people tell me that they didn't even know what I did. Okay? They didn't even know what I did, and I'm always quite surprised when people tell me this. They don't know what I did until the one day I sent a specific email or did a specific social media quote graphic or something, a specific thing that got their attention, and suddenly, even though they've been in my community for a while, they just kind of and ignoring everything I was sending out, and then finally, suddenly, they buy everything from me. But if I'd assumed that everyone knows what I'm doing, then I would have missed my opportunity to help that person, because I wouldn't have been relentless in continuing to tell them, and you need to do that. I tell you that so that you stop assuming that because you know what you are doing, because you are all in your business, that everybody else does. They don't. They're more concerned about themselves and their own issues, which is right. Okay? You are concerned about yourself and your issues, and everybody else is as well. So don't assume they know what your business is about. You don't assume they know what your products are. You tell them repeatedly. Okay? So you tell them. You make it easy for them to take the next step with you. You assume nothing. And you tell them. Okay? It's time to stop waiting for the miracle and act on the wisdom in your heart right now. You are a leader. Be relentless in the pursuit of your calling, and be relentless in your choice to help people with your product, your service, your ministry, your books, your music, whatever. Fight for, create the life, the business you are born to live. Start now, because the world really is awaiting your awakening, okay? So you ready to get moving? Then work with me in the Revolution Bootcamp, which starts on Wednesday. You find out more about that at rosemarynonnynight.com/revolution. This is where we start to use our words to create a revolution, but it starts in you first. You first have to admit that you have something to offer the world, okay? Beyond even just your product, service, ministry, music, books, all of that stuff. It's that needs to be get out into the world. And once you get it out into the world, you start calling your people in. Are you ready? rosemarynonnynight.com/revolution. It's as always fun. And I'll speak to you again soon. Bye.